Hi Ashish, good job writing these new essays. Let's get straight into what you have written for us, okay? Traditional schooling is out of date, boring, and stifles a child's natural talents. Various professionals have pushed for an education revolution. Are there alternatives in the education system? Is traditional education doing more harm than good? Here's what you had to say. The issue of whether traditional education system is effective, okay, this should be has been a debatable topic for over a couple of decades. I firmly opine that traditional schooling is obsolete and needs significant change. This essay will discuss the rationale behind the opinion, discuss the alternatives to the existing system, and highlight its demerits, okay, using examples from a survey and research in Nepal to demonstrate points and prove arguments. Okay, fine. Nice. So, firstly, the education system in most parts of Nepal focuses more on theory. As a result of this, children find subjects boring and their interest is diverted away from the study. Okay, fine. This is because this kind of education system equips students with a minimal amount of pragmatic skills, which are essential in the real-world working scenario. Fine. For instance, in a recent survey conducted in Nepal, it is concluded that 78% of students here I wanted who graduated from traditional school found it difficult to implement absorption costing, which was taught to them in class. Okay, I'm not really sure what this is, but okay. This clearly implies that the method used in the traditional school is out of date. Thus, we need an education system which simulates the real-life working situation in order for it to be effective. Nicely done. Good job, Ashish. Secondly, even though you don't need a comma here, so even though the traditional education system provides us with basic skills, it is insufficient for us to pursue goals based on our talents. This is due to the fact that the system focuses on passing list subjects such as maths and science rather than identifying and developing our innate abilities. Nice expression there. It must be noted that in recent research conducted in Nepal, it is observed that 25% of students, you didn't need a comma here. And another thing, it must be noted, it is observed. I wouldn't even have written this, just I'll leave it out. So it should just be, it must be noted that in recent research conducted in Nepal, 25% of students who loved music and wanted a career in it had to pass the rigorous higher secondary exams, which included subjects such as math, science, but music, so they can pursue their interests later. So, okay, you need to get rid of this, and then you needed to remove some of these commas. The commas are not helping in that location that you've placed them. Okay, so one last time, let me read the sentence again. It must be noted that in recent research conducted in Nepal, 25% of students who loved music and wanted a career in it had to pass the rigorous this is strange to me also, higher secondary, just secondary exams, which included subjects such as maths, science, but also music, so that they can pursue their interests later. This kind of education system shifts our focus from our interests and passion, which might create unfavorable results in a community. Okay, to conclude, although the traditional education system equips us with basic life skills, it should be noted that it does not provide us skills to cope with real-life working situations and that it is disadvantageous to our society in many ways. In the future, it is hoped that educators and other stakeholders will join hands to revolutionize the traditional education system. All right, this is a lovely last paragraph, but guess what? There is a problem in this answer. Even though you had a lot of vocabulary that I really liked, and your structure was good, there was a problem. Did you ever answer this question? Are there alternatives? You really didn't. You essentially talked about the fact that traditional education gives us basic skills, but you basically talked about how it's negative, okay, that it doesn't give us any, like you said, real world pragmatic skills. You talked about that quite a bit, but you never talked about the alternatives. Did you? So basically, Ashish, what you need to remember is that when you have an essay like this that has two questions, you really need to focus on those two questions. So you need one paragraph for each of them, okay, and just very directly answer them. So that for me is a problem. It sounds like you didn't answer one of these questions looking through this, even though you had a lot of nice elements. So this would really put you at a disadvantage. Okay, I hope that's clear. So let's go on to your second essay. Okay, it's a formal complaint for the restaurant. Let's see what you had to say about it. Dear Sir, Madam, I'm writing this letter to request you a refund for the meal I had in your restaurant on last Friday, April 6, 2018. Please allow me to explain. No on here. What happened at the restaurant? Firstly, the ingredients you used, past tense, to prepare your cuisine, no S, were not fresh. All right, we're assuming that this is something that happened the day you went to the restaurant and not every single day, okay? Secondly, the meal, no comma here, the meal which I ordered, chicken, momo, and vegetable pasta, was poorly cooked. So here, let's talk a little bit about the punctuation. Secondly, the meal which I ordered, comma, chicken, momo, and vegetable pasta, comma, was poorly cooked. This has adversely affected my experience with your restaurant. Okay, fine. In order to inform you about, here is missing, this terrible experience, I tried to contact your food and beverage supervisor, but to make the matter worse, you didn't need all these commas here, really. He declined to meet me every time, citing operational reasons. Thus, considering the severity of the situation, I would like your team members to formally apologize to me and start processing my refund application as soon as possible. If this letter is ignored, I'm afraid I will, here is missing, have to take legal action for this unfavorable circumstance. I look forward to your prompt response. Yours faithfully, Ashish Corella. All right, nice job. It's respectful. The tone is absolutely appropriate. I mean, there were some little things that you could see that I corrected, but nothing really too major. So it's a nice attempt, Ashish, okay? So great job. Keep writing, please. I hope that my comments about the previous essay, the task 2, were clear so that you understand where the biggest problem lie, and that's with your task response. Okay? So definitely keep on writing, and I will be waiting for those next essays from you.